As we celebrate Johnson City's sesquicentennial, the History Department at ETSU and the Archives of Appalachia are conducting their second annual History Harvest this spring. And here to share with us more about this interesting harvest of local history are Dr. Tom Lee and Dr. Jeremy Smith. Gentlemen, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is we talked about this last year. You had your first one last year. Tell us about the History Harvest. Tell us what that's about for folks that may not know.
Sure. Well, the idea of a History Harvest, it's a way to reach out to the community and try and get in touch with people who might have something connected to a particular historical topic,
Right.
so that the material they have can be preserved and collected and made available for future generations. And we also provide a mechanism for people who want to preserve their materials digitally,
Right.
to get a digital copy of most of the stuff they bring. So it works out well for everyone. And if someone wants to donate a physical item, we can work with that. But primarily the idea is digitization, that at least there's a digital copy that's going to be kept.
Very good. And Dr. Smith, you're kind of new on board at the Archives of Appalachia.
That's right.
This is an important project, isn't it? I mean, we're celebrating 150 years of Johnson City, and being able to collect that history surrounding that is very important, especially for the archives.
That's right, and it's a wonderful time to have a program like this in the context of the sesquicentennial. You know, at the Archives of Appalachia, we really exist to serve this region, and one of the primary ways we do that is by preserving and providing access to the materials that document the histories, culture of the region. And so we're excited to play a part of this history harvest, to be there as a resource that day for
Right.
people who may have questions about how to properly preserve their physical documents, their diaries, their family papers, their photographs. We're also actively continuing to build our collections related to Johnson City's history. And so if there are people there that day who are interested in their materials going to an institutional archive, we could have those conversations at that point too.
Oh, very good. And you want to encourage folks to kind of call, and we're going to give some information here in a moment where they can reach out to you all and make that one day you've set aside. It's in late March,
Yes.
and that one day you kind of want them to let you all know what they have.
Right. We have a process in place, and the idea is that if you have an interest in participating in the harvest, we ask that you go ahead and contact us,
Right.
and then we'll contact you back and we'll find out more about what you have, and then we'll make some determinations about who we can have and who we can manage in one day.
Right.
But the idea is, once we've made contact, we have your information, and so hopefully we'll be able to get back with you at a slightly later date and go through your material and help with preservation there.
Because I know in my heart of hearts that there's a lot of folks out there that have things
That's
that you
the
all would
thing.
love to get your hands on.
That's the thing, Chris. There's so much out there. There's so many kind of gaps in the history of this region, the history of Johnson City. And sometimes I think people don't realize what they have.
Exactly.
But hopefully this jars people to start thinking about what they may have stored away in an attic, or what their parents or grandparents may have that other people would like to know about, that's part of the story of this city.
Right.
So this harvest is definitely focused on Johnson City for the sesquicentennial. And we just want to hear from people, find out what you have, and go from there.
And you want to encourage people just to
right.
drop by the archives. If they got
Absolutely.
questions, you're a great asset to have as far as knowledge and being able to give them the information they need.
That's right. We really want ETSU and the Archives of Appalachia to be a resource for the people of Johnson City, to partner with us to help preserve their materials, or
Right.
if they want to explore Johnson City's history in more depth.
Right.
We have many, many collections related to that. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 4:30. People can just drop by. They can contact us in advance if they have in-depth queries that they want to ask us about. We can prepare for them to come that way, but we certainly are open to the public.
Since you put out the word about the History Harvest, I mean, there's been some press releases and some things done. The word has gotten out about the History Harvest. Have you gotten anything in particular that you found unusual about that is conducted as far as the history of Johnson City? Has someone brought something by that you weren't expecting?
Not yet. We've had several contacts, and some we still are going to have to follow up on, so
Right.
we haven't actually done the sort of investigation
Right.
yet. But yeah, there are a few leads that have
Right.
come in, but we want more. We want to see more people
I know
involved.
people have trunks and they have
Sure.
photo albums and diaries and journals
Mm-hmm.
of folks that lived here back in the day. I mean, all the way back to 150
Oh,
years.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So, all right.
And there are so many wonderful stories from the city and from this
Right.
region, and we just want to help to document those and preserve those for the future.
All right. Dr. Smith, Dr. Lee, thank you all so much for
Thank you,
stopping
Chris.
by
Thank you.
today. We're going to give everybody that information. If you're interested in taking part in the History Harvest, everything you need to know is right there at the bottom of the screen. Give that number a call. Check out that email address as well, and take part in preserving the history of our region.